What happened to the ice cream?
I don't know.
Slackers.
I'm good. I feel good. You feel good?
Mm-hmm.
Wait. So, hey everybody, it's time for another video. Thanks for the response on the very first one. You guys are awesome. Again, we just want to be God's hands and just help people deal with some stuff. Today, though, we're talking about, you saw the title of the video, so your spouse is not your enemy, right? So we just want to talk about how to build a lasting relationship with your spouse. Some folks rely on their kids to be their common ground, right? So when the kids are gone, then it's like, who is this person sitting next to me? And we want to say a few things about that today, where you can understand better how to just get more in tune with your spouse, right? So maybe you didn't start out that way, or maybe you started out that way, then things fizzled out. You had kids and taking them here and there, and that was like the most important thing. You got your job or whatnot, but today we're going to tell you how to be a better friend to your spouse, because that's what it's about, friendship.
First of all, in a marriage, you and your spouse are supposed to become one. And I mean, that's just written in the Bible. That's just the way things are. And that is a totally different subject, a totally different video, but a lot of people want to put their kids before their spouse. I know it seems like your kids are helpless and your kids need you more, and we are not saying that you take care of your spouse, you feed your spouse before you feed your kids. That's not what we are saying at all. That is not how you put your spouse first. Of course you take care of your kids' needs. They need you. But when you and your spouse become one, nothing should be able to break that bond. Nothing should come in between that. Your marriage should be made up of three things: you, your spouse, and God. That glue that holds y'all together. Your kids are secondary. You
should be able to accept constructive criticism from your spouse, right? And that begins with that friendship that we were just talking about. If you have a friendship, a real friendship, like that's your friend. We talked about it in the first video. This is my best friend. If you have that relationship, then you're gonna trust. Hey, my wife says I've been eating too many Ruffles and my love handles are growing instead of subtracting. All right, so I take that constructive criticism and I say, hey, all right, honey, well, you're right. That's hurtful, but it's not really hurtful. But you're right. But I don't get angry at that. I just say, all right, my friend saw something in me and she cares about me, so she's gonna tell me the truth. She's gonna give me the hard, honest truth, and I have to be ready to accept that at any cost, right? And she's gonna do it with grace, and I'm gonna do it with grace and love and care, because back to the same thing with friends. You talk to your friends in a loving and caring manner. Yeah, that's just what you do.
When you're friends, you have your friend's best interests at heart. So you should be able to communicate any problems, any concerns, any cares that you have. You should be able to talk that out with your friend. And your friend should be able to accept that, knowing that it's out of love.
It's out of love. One of those ways you can keep that friendship fresh, keep that friendship deeply rooted, like a tree planted in the ground, you know what I mean? Like a big oak. We got an oak. I hope it don't fall in the backyard because it'll crush this house. But I don't think it's gonna fall because it's planted deep. Like, so we want to talk about right now, how do you plant those deep roots in your friendship to where, like I was saying before, when the kids leave, you're good. You're like, you're kind of breathing a sigh of fresh air. You're like, man, I get my baby back. You know what I mean? So how do you do that? Well, one of the ways you can do that is by finding that common ground, right? That's not the kids. Common ground for you and your spouse. A TV show. We talked about that in the first video where, she turned me on to The Walking Dead. She didn't like Battlestar Galactica, by the way. It didn't turn out well for me. Anyway, find a show you like together.
Speaking of which, Prison Break, awesome.
Oh.
Heroes, fantastic.
Yeah.
24
was really good.
I like that.
24 was really good. But Prison Break was good. We watched Prison Break.
You want to watch it again?
Yeah. How many times have you seen that?
2 or 3. All the way through.
Prison Break is that deal. If you can find it, it's probably on Netflix still. But anyway. Yeah, a show is a good example. Okay, so not even just a date night thing. Well, that's important. That builds friendship. Do you guys like to go garage sailing?
Ooh.
You hit the garage sales on Saturday morning, you know what I'm saying? Do you guys like to go to the library? Right? What about that? Do you like to
play cards?
Play cards together.
Dance.
Dancing. I don't like to dance. All I do is this. But finding that common ground to where you spend time together, you talk, you laugh, you guys get close.
Build that friendship.
A really, really, really good one is projects, house projects.
Man, we had so much fun.
Man, so great. If you want to paint a room, right? Or even if something's going on, right? Y'all having a fight, an argument, or just a bad season. You're having a bad season. Somebody take the initiative. I'm gonna call them in, out, but women too. Somebody take the initiative and say, hey, let's redo this room, right? Let's paint this room. Just a simple thing, but you guys do it together. Because it's not just painting the walls, right? You got to find what color paint you want. You got to do the tape blocking. You got to do so many things, moving furniture. Then you gotta end up, painting the walls. But try not to argue about what color to paint the walls. If you think that's gonna become a problem, maybe skip this suggestion altogether and find something else. But you gotta invest. That's investment. You're investing in your marriage. You're investing in your spouse, and it's key. It is 100% key to building a lasting relationship to where you're gonna be in love with that person forever. My glasses ting. Ting, ting, ting.
You wanna do it again?
Nah, I like it. You put lip gloss on it?
I sure did.
So another way to facilitate that friendship, make it deeper, is just turn everything off. Turn the TV off, put your phones away, tablets, and have meaningful dialogue. Have conversation. Just talk to your spouse. Look at your spouse. Get in, rub on their leg or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You just have to cut everything else out and focus on them.
That's some of our best times, is just sitting there talking. Sometimes we can't even get into the house because we're sitting in the car just talking.
Yeah.
We have so much fun just communicating, whether it's about our day, whether it's about our week, whether it's about plans for the future. We just love to sit down and talk to each other.
It's big. It is so big. Because you, in the past, and again, you have kids, you're so busy. You're running from here to there. it's just this constant run, do this, do that, cook. And you don't really have time on a daily basis to just sit down and talk sometimes. You give the kids baths, you got homework. I mean, whatever, if you like me, you do some work from home, then it's just tough. So making a point to say, I am going to sit down with my wife or my husband, and I am going to just talk, just listen. You end up finding out different things that you would have never known. Oh yeah, I had to do such and such today, and I saw this person, and they told me that. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just want to say thank you one more time for everybody's positive words and encouragement on this God, given journey that we're rolling on.
Thank you for the shares.
Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the likes, the loves. We appreciate it. Be in prayer for us as we go on this journey, and we hope that what we're doing is meaningful to someone, friends, strangers. We hope that what we're doing is meaningful to you, and that you can just find that spark one more time, or just keep it rolling, and don't give up on that ring. Don't give up on that ring. Don't give up on it. I like your ring. Your ring is a lot nicer than mine.
So check us out on Facebook. Check us out on YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you in our next video. Bye.